Hey, what's up guys? Gons here for the Face Like the Sun YouTube channel. Part of my daily routine, is that my dogs wake me up at about 4 o'clock in the morning. So, they gotta go do their thing outside. So this morning I went outside, looked up, and I was able to see quite a bit of the meteor shower that's happening right now. Saw a few streaks across the sky. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see, and I've seen, several of them over my lifetime. And it's always kind of neat to see. Now, given this meteor shower, I do have a question for flat earthers out there. Now, I don't know all the science, and I didn't really do a whole lot of digging or research on this topic, but is there a response from the outspoken flat earthers about the meteor shower? And I found one video by Joseph Clamera that addresses this, and he makes the point that if the meteor showers were real, they should all be coming in from all directions, up in the horizon, etc. It's always going down or something like that. Decent point, I suppose, but I don't know if that covers all the variables. But I would like to know what, your thoughts, if you are a Advent flat earther, what your thoughts are. Because otherwise I feel like the flat earthers are quite quiet regarding the meteor showers. I'm sure someone will come up with something, but again, pretty quiet on the flat earth front concerning these meteor showers happening last night and tonight, I think a window of 2 or 3 days. So that's that. Also, I do want to mention that somebody contacted us over at Canary Radio, and this person claims to be an engineer that works for the International Space Program based out of Russia. Now, I'm not going to get into all the stuff he has claimed to have done, but in terms of what he said in his message, I don't have any indications of doubting this person's claims yet anyway. And of course, I know some of you guys will automatically think, oh, someone contacted you that works for the I.S.S. or whatever, government insider shill, whatever, automatically. And you have the right to go there. I'm just not convinced. I don't know at all. Obviously, it's just an email. Anybody can write an email. But what I decided to do was respond to this person with a couple questions. And then I want to open it up to you guys, because the one thing that this person said in the message was, number one, the world isn't flat. And number two, the International Space Station most definitely exists. So this person, again, given his experience, if it is true, then he is definitely qualified to talk about the ISS and the flat earth theory. And, he, again, claims that he has worked on several projects of satellites and things that go out into space, and he can assure us that the Earth is not flat. But I do want to open it up to you guys. What would you ask someone that claims to work with the International Space Station and have a hand in a lot of these space-based missions? And I'm not going to entertain any questions that are insulting or, are not thoughtful. I probably can't ask every single question out there, but I do want to get a feel for what you guys want to ask someone that claims to have this sort of credential. Some of my questions to him, just briefly, in response to his message were, number one, did we actually land on the moon? And if so, why so much fake footage? Why suspicion of the moon footage itself? Number two, does he think that we have a secret space program, such as some of the things that have been claimed by Lockheed Martin Skunk Works? And how far advanced is this technology, and could it account for some, not all, but some UFO sightings around the world? And then the flat Earth stuff questions, how high do you have to go in order to see the curvature of the Earth? And I ask because there's someone who is sending a rocket, I believe, next month with a non-fisheye lens camera. And one of the things that he mentioned, and I can't remember who it was, and if you're listening to this, go ahead and contact me or contact Canary Radio, and we can interview you and talk to you about what you're planning to do here. But one of the things that he mentioned was that the problem with being out in space is heat from the sun. Things tend to melt or overheat very easily. So how do they deal with that? That's a good question. And so I'm looking forward to what that yields in terms of just my curiosity. I don't think this kind of stuff makes or breaks anything. And then number four, what about the tests people are doing based on good science? Where allegedly over long distances, there doesn't seem to be any kind of curvature on the Earth, at least according to the dimensions of the Earth that are given to us, of the sphere Earth. And while I'm not entirely convinced, because I think there's a lot of unaddressed variables that go into this, and you know, most of these experiments are pretty low-key, you know, basic stuff, and they're compelling, but I don't know, I feel like there's some variables that aren't addressed when some of these tests are done, and, you know, oh, proof that it's flat, you know, I don't know if that's proof per se, but I'm sure you guys can think of more questions, so that's why I want you guys to use the comment section to ask your questions. And again, I'm not going to entertain insulting or just ridiculous questions that you know, tend to sort of come together on YouTube. So there you have it. Hope you guys have an awesome day. God bless.